Papa thought of this song. He showed me this chorus on it, and then I just kind of was playing around and listened to it for like an hour or so, and we made like one of the most, I don't know, sincere. It's not even really hip hop, honestly. It's like R&B, or like, it's called When I Die.
Oh, When I Die.
Yeah,
I produced that one.
It's kind of got the vibe of that 1-800 Logic song, kind of. You know, it's like towards like suicide relief or like stuff like that. So it's a pretty awesome track that me and Papa made. We made a couple too, like 3 years ago. Also, there's been some real fun nights.
Made some magic with
the
Maxi.
studio is great though.
On some few songs.
The studio is therapeutic. I'll tell you that.
Amen.
Shit. I would say it's so hard to like pick like an actual moment, because honestly it's so clustered at this point. Like I would say I just recently did a tape with Junior. We made probably, I think, 30 or 40 songs like in the span of a couple months, and they were like all, you know, just good solid quality songs. And I'd say a memorable night in the studio was we were sitting down and we like decided, because we were about to make a song, we were like, fuck it, I don't feel like making music. Let's like put together like 6-8 songs and just like throw out like a little thing for like our fans, just like as a surprise. And we just like picked out like 6 or 8 songs, and it was just fun going through it. And it was like the past 2 months, it was like reminiscing on like, wow, bro, like in this short 2 months, like we really like accomplished all this and just found something nice just to throw together. And it's a very R&B, very different sounding, like not traditional at all. And it just like means a lot, you know. It meant a lot at the time, for sure. It still does forever.
Yeah. For me, like I guess I'll never forget this moment. Was just because before I met Luke and Ziggy, I was the best / worst person when it came to writing a song for way too long. Like I would spend 80 years recording a verse. Like I'm the biggest perfectionist ever, because I engineer my own stuff. So I'm like really picky about the takes and the, you know, the sound quality. Like I'm an audio nerd. So when I get into the session with Ziggy and Luke and they're banging out songs in like 25, 30 minutes, I'm like, shit, you know, like I must be doing something wrong, because these songs aren't worse than what I'm making. You know what I mean? Like I'm just doing more work than I need to. And so I learned how to do that. And then I'll never forget Sean P. He's the person that produced Double Dribble and Dear Me. And he worked at this building that shall be unnamed, where we all had a terrible management situation together, him included. He just didn't get
They get no clout.
Yeah, they get no clout. They get no clout from us. But he basically was like, you know, wanting to get a record with us three, and just airdropped us a beat because he was like about to go to Walmart or something. And he airdropped us a beat, and that beat was Double Dribble, which is probably like to this day our most known song at shows. Like fans literally scream for encores of that song. Like they know every single word to that song. And we made it in literally less than 45 minutes, period. Like airdropped the beat, got on there, everybody wrote their verse and just recorded it all, like one take, boom, 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 boom. And then it was just done. Like, and we just mixed it all, mastered it all together, like in that room. And it was done by the time dude came back from Walmart, and he was just like, what the fuck? Like, you guys just made a hit in like 45 minutes. And from that point, I was sold. Like, I've never been more invested in somebody else's music career that's not mine as I am, like, everybody in this room. Like, it was just such a moment of clarity for me. I was like, shit, I am with the right fucking people. You know what I mean? Like,
love you, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of being at the other building, I remember for me, one very memorable moment is 2 times actually. One was definitely Fashion Over, because I felt like that was a very special moment. But I couldn't remember if that was the time before that we made Already Gone, or that was the time ahead of that.
Yeah.
But whatever that night was, that
was a special song.
Yeah, that was a special song. It was just like a special night for me, and I just kind of felt like reinvigorated almost. I already did, but at that certain time, I was kind of going through the motions anyway. And just that night, after that session, that song was like, I just felt like, I don't know, just felt like it gave me life. So
yeah, we all had that moment, like when that such short period of time together, like making those songs, like that's what
felt meaningful. Like super, like this. I don't want to be nowhere else. I don't want anything else.
Man, Daniel, tell them about the dungeon.
Oh, talk about the Dungeon, Daniel.
I'm not gonna get too much into that.
Come on,
My most memorable moments in the studio have been in my room, trashed and drunk.
We call his room the dungeon.
Hey Daniel, remember when we made a Fucksgiving? What was it? Fucksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me and Luke have made like 3 tapes.
Yeah, they're all on SoundCloud.
We made a tape. We made a tape, and we said we were gonna one tape it all. We one taped like 12 songs in like 30 minutes, super duper fucked up, and then just threw it out there.
Took a picture off the cell phone and just put it on SoundCloud.
Right
It was like the quickest, most rushed thing ever, but it's actually not bad.
That just like speaks to what I was talking about, right? Like, how can you turn out songs like that?
But I would say my most memorable moment in the studio, we have a song right now with Pasare the Kid. And you know what's funny is he wasn't there for the session. He's on the song now. But like, I remember writing this song. It's called Wrong Place. I was just anxious as hell to go inside this fucking club. And I was just like, I just sat in this car and I wrote a hook about how I was anxious to go inside. And I ended up laying it down. The night that we laid that down, it doesn't happen very often with me. I'm very self-conscious with my voice. I tweak a lot in the studio as far as what takes I want to keep, which ones I want to delete. But for some reason, when we made that song, we just knew. And that just, for some reason, with me and my self-confidence and shit, that doesn't always happen. So it was one of my most confident nights in the studio. I laid the hook down. Papa jumped right on the verse. And actually, Junior was on that song too. We had to scrap somebody's part for Psy. But like, it was just one of those like, man, we knew at that point in time that it just had that radio sound, it had that industry sound, and we would, it was just, overall that night was a celebration, so I'll never forget that just because we were so fucking happy, and like,
and that's why I told you first time I heard that song, I was like, that is a smash.
Lipstick Stains will be the next one.
Lipstick Stains.
We got too many.
That's one for a different story, but yeah.
These songs ain't even out.